It's been a while since my last post. This time, I'll introduce a legendary thread from 2channel. 2channel was founded in 1999. It was once the world's largest bulletin board. All sorts of dramas unfolded there, from trivial chatter to deeply moving stories. This time, I'll cover the legendary 92, the story of a woman who was a bit off her rocker. She had an affair, got caught, was about to get divorced, but still asked if she could get alimony, a pretty strange woman. On March 8, 2007, she posted a certain question on 2channel's affair board.
Question. I'm a 26-year-old married woman. If I divorce because of my affair, will the compensation and living expenses be reduced? If you cheated, you pay. If your husband cheated, he pays. What the hell do you mean, will it be reduced? Sorry. My affair was discovered. That's fine, but I wanted to know if the compensation and living expenses would be reduced during the divorce. I'd prefer not to cause trouble for the other party until I remarry. What kind of trolling is this? I don't get it. If it's because of their infidelity, the compensation would only go up, not down. If it's because of your infidelity, you wouldn't get any compensation in the first place, right? Your infidelity is the cause. Yet your husband's saying he'll pay compensation and living expenses? Seriously? Huh? What do you mean the compensation gets reduced? If you had an affair, you have to pay compensation to your husband. Your affair partner also has to pay compensation to your husband. After divorce, you won't get living expenses regardless of the affair. If you have kids, you can get child support. This has nothing to do with the affair. Sorry. Do women have to pay too? I'm getting divorced though. Ha! The person who committed adultery pays the compensation. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. Think carefully about who's at fault. Who do you think is at fault for the divorce? Does that mean you have to offset the divorce compensation against the infidelity compensation? Sorry for my ignorance. How much would the difference be? Is living expenses out of the question? I was a stay-at-home spouse, so I have no savings. The one who caused the divorce pays. That's only fair, right? Think about the meaning of the word compensation. Making someone pay compensation on top of cheating? What kind of yakuza are you? Do you have children? Is the affair partner single? Answer me. We don't have children. The other person is single. Do you even understand what compensation for emotional distress means? The one who did something wrong pays. In other words, 92 and the affair partner pay 92's husband. There's absolutely no way 92 gets money from her husband. Regardless of the cause, do you think divorce equals husband pays wife compensation and living expenses? Sorry. I thought I'd get it if I divorced. So I have to pay it? But how can I? I have no job, no savings. I can't exactly beg the other person. Are you saying, 92, that you think your husband is to blame, even though you were the one who cheated? I don't think my husband is to blame. I know I did something wrong. Who cares? It's your own fault. Figure it out yourself. You can't go crying to the other person, can you? Whether you cry or not. If your husband wants to, he'll demand compensation from the other person too. Well, just pray your husband doesn't demand compensation. At least you won't be kicked out penniless, so find a job immediately. Isn't borrowing money from your parents the only option? My parents don't have savings either. I'll have to borrow from somewhere. Will the bill go to the other party too? How much would it be? They don't have money either. My mind is completely blank. The bill will go to the other party too. but how they handle it is their problem. I'd want about 10 million yen from both of them. If it were me, 10 million yen is absolutely impossible. Forget blanking out. What does your husband say? Start there. Anyway, just keep apologizing. My husband says he wants to properly talk about compensation when he gets home. I thought he meant about reducing it. What should I do? My husband comes home in the evening. I'm scared. I have nowhere to go. If there's marital property, they might deduct your share of the compensation from the property division, and you might get whatever's left. There's nothing that counts as property. We barely have any savings. We met without spending money, like during night shifts. I really don't know what to do. I even told him the other person's name. My husband has the right to demand compensation from both his wife 92 and her affair partner. Generally, the standard amount is about 3 million yen total. That is, 1.5 million yen per person. We met at my house and the other person's house. I plan to divorce and marry the other person if I got caught. 3 million yen total with the other person. Maybe I could manage if it's paid in installments. No, not 3 million yen combined with the other person, but 3 million yen each. Look, your husband is divorcing you because of your affair. You and your lover are the ones who caused this. Each of you can be sued for damages individually. The 3 million yen figure is for you. Your lover can be sued for roughly the same amount. So, if you marry him, since it's coming from one source, it'll be about 6 million yen that your family will have to pay off. It could take years. So he figured even if he married you, he'd get a sweet deal with the compensation and living expenses? Was that guy really that stupid? So it's 300 each? Sorry, I can't wrap my head around this. The other guy is being called in today too. He said he's prepared to get beaten up. But he hadn't thought about the money. Is settling with money common? My husband doesn't make much. He might want the money. Turns out the other guy thought getting beaten up would be enough. This is hopeless. The other person isn't even thinking about money? How much of an idiot couple are they? This husband might be an idiot too. 6 million. Might be impossible. I can't even imagine that kind of money. My hands are shaking. Seems like I should apologize. You weren't planning on apologizing, were you? You still think an apology will fix this? Is there no brain in your head? How old are the other person and your husband? Is the other person working? Husband 28, other person 26. They're high school classmates. The other person is working. Was it bad to invite them home? What's bad about it? There's nothing bad about it anymore, right? The affair itself is bad. Look, if you hit him, your husband could become a criminal. Your husband really wants to hit him, but he's holding back because he doesn't want to become a criminal. And he's trying to settle it with money. That's the idea behind compensation. If getting hit were enough, it would be so much easier. I was planning to marry him next year. Just registering the marriage, though. If my husband is serious, he'll be drowning in debt. Of course he will. Drowning in debt. Glad you have a goal after remarrying. Paying off the compensation together. That's truly a joint effort. If it's an outrageous amount, can you really refuse? Even if they ask for 10 million, that's impossible. It'd be a problem if my workplace or parents found out too. The amount depends on your husband. Just accept that your workplace and parents finding out is inevitable. How exactly does he plan to apologize? If he's some kind of thug husband, boiling water or a baseball bat might come out. My husband isn't a thug. He's a furniture designer. His salary is low. Anyway, I'll apologize to my husband. He's a furniture designer and he has night shifts? Sorry, it's not so much night shifts as frequent all-nighters. Having it at home is the worst. Like someone mentioned above, no matter how small or cramped it was his territory. Because it said letting him into the house was taboo. This morning I yelled, "I'm gonna divorce you." I still haven't apologized. This morning I yelled, "I'm gonna divorce you." Did 92 yell that? Did you think you'd get money? Oh, did you yell? It was last night. He saw my emails and I told him everything. My husband was crying, but he was angry in the morning. After a lot of back and forth, I shouted that I wanted a divorce. At noon, I got an email saying he'd talk about alimony when he got home. He also said to call the other person. I don't know anything about court or lawyers. I'm scared. So you yelled divorce yourself because you thought you'd get money? Makes sense. If the other man is single, the story will probably reach his parents' place too. He probably won't be able to remarry, right? Hey, you're using a computer to post this, right? I don't know. If you've got time to cry about being scared, search keywords like divorce, mediation, court and look it up. Got it. I'll look it up. My head is spinning and I don't understand anything. I'm crying. Why can't I remarry? I'll apologize to my husband. Legally, you can remarry. The parents of your affair partner are divorced. And she was having an affair with their son before they divorced. Do you think they'd approve of her marrying someone else? I don't think it's possible to start over with my husband. I've told him everything. Besides, he probably won't accept it. Then tell your husband this. I'm not getting divorced after all. Emails aren't proof. If you think I'm lying, go ahead and Google it. Say this, and you can meet him the next day. Does the fact that emails aren't considered evidence affect compensation for emotional distress? Pointless. They've confessed to everything. You know adultery is wrong, right? What do you do when you do something wrong? Even a child knows that. First, apologize to your husband. Compensation and divorce come later. I do think deceiving my husband to get married was wrong. He started complaining, so I ended up yelling. I intended to properly apologize eventually. About the compensation, I was just ignorant. I'm sorry. Wait, what? You were involved before marriage? You deceived your husband to get married? You were cheating before marriage? It was cheating before marriage. It's awful, right? At first, I liked my husband. But recently, I started liking the other person more. And was thinking about marrying him. I was planning to tell my husband about it together soon. But last night it came out and we got into a fight. The other guy also wants to marry me. So I don't think he'd agree to get back together with my husband. But I'm not sure how he'll feel about the money situation. Wow. So 92 had been seeing someone else since before marriage? So, what does 92 actually want? I get the situation, but I can't see their true feelings. Do they want to leave their husband or not? Do they want to marry the other person or not? And what does the other person think about all this? I intended to remarry my lover. I came for advice because I wanted to know how to reduce the compensation payment. Right now, I don't know what to do. Should I divorce my husband and pay the money, or break up with my lover and apologize? I still don't know. I'm sorry. 92, you're the one at fault, so you can't initiate the divorce. Your husband might just keep you on a leash. Your husband brought up the alimony, right? Since he's the one wanting the divorce. Rebuilding the marriage is impossible now. If my husband says he won't divorce, does that mean it can't happen? Do I have to go to court? He saw the photos of them together and cried like crazy. He said it's over, so I think we'll get divorced. Looks like I might have to consider court for the compensation. I've never dealt with court or lawyers before, so I don't know how to proceed. I don't have any money either. I'll look into it. They're looking at the photos. This makes the evidence solid. Also, even if you don't get divorced, you can still claim compensation from you and that guy. The amount will vary though. First you said, how much can I get if I divorce? Why did you suddenly change it to? I came for advice because I wanted to know how to reduce the compensation amount. Your story's messed up. Are you okay? I thought if I divorced because of the affair, the compensation I'd get would be reduced. Turns out that was a huge misunderstanding. Why do you think that? 92 had the affair before marriage and kept deceiving her husband after marriage, right? Plus, she did it inside their home and he has all the evidence, right? If I were the husband, I'd totally stick to the book. I told my husband everything. Everything that had been going on for a long time. I thought he'd give up after that. He took my phone last night and gave it back this morning. He said he'd made copies. Sorry for the trouble. I think he'll be back soon. I just called the other guy to tell him not to come today. No, you should call the other person too. Your husband told you to call them, right? If you want to keep the compensation as low as possible, don't defy him. You told him everything, so why aren't you both kneeling and apologizing? Running away today is the same thing. Should the other party read this? My parents found out. My parents called earlier and said they're coming over now, but I told them not to come. Would it be better to lie and say it was 2 months? Of course you should call. Lying about the affair duration now will only backfire. Don't you realize that if you try to downplay the affair's duration now, it'll just make things worse? I'm Akita. Read the whole thing. Laughing so hard my stomach hurts. Sorry. All these different opinions are confusing me. Looks like it's better to have the other person and their parents come. Probably shouldn't change what I said yesterday. Once you've said something, you can't lie about it. Changing your story back and forth is what fools do. If you're gonna lie, lie from the start. If your phone data's been copied, that means everything's been exposed. Why the hell do you think you can pull off a lie now? Someone said emails aren't evidence. Emails with the affair partner got copied, and the photos ended up in your husband's hands. Even if you lie, who's going to believe you? Out of 100 people, 100 will believe your husband. Unfortunately, combined with the photos, it's more than enough evidence. You have absolutely no way out now. You have no choice but to show your husband sincerity and ask for a reduction. I understand. I'll tell him honestly, just like yesterday. I'll discuss the compensation with him. I'll have the other person come too. His parents are apparently coming after all. It seems my husband contacted them again. How many years have you been married? 2 years. I'm about to log off, my legs are shaking. Is it okay to consult here again? You can come, but set your trip code now. Is the trip code the number after the hashtag? Poor husband. Now he has to patiently explain compensation to this idiot. We already helped explain the compensation part, didn't we? Thank you all so much. It would have been terrible if I hadn't known about the compensation. I'll try to be honest and pay the compensation somehow. My husband is supposed to come home around 6. Got an email saying he'll be with his parents and a representative. They said the other party should be properly summoned too. I'm scared, but I'll do my best. The agent's here. Your husband's serious, huh? Wasn't the husband an idiot? Summary of Hero 92. 92 equals married, stay at home, 26 years old. Single lover, 26 years old, high school classmate. Husband, 28 years old. No kids, second year of marriage. Relationship with lover started before marriage. 1. Cheating since before marriage. 2. Want to divorce soon and remarry lover. But no money. 3. Got it. If I divorce, I should get alimony from husband. Can live off that money for a while. 4. Affair got discovered. Might as well spill everything now. Husband will give up, right? 5. Oh crap, might my compensation get reduced? 6. Let's ask 2ch about this 1540:56. 7. You idiot? You and the other guy will be paying your husband compensation. 8. Mind went blank / face turned pale 1558:44. 9. Husband came home with a lawyer. 1800:00 now here. Want a dedicated thread. Shock my path to survival paying compensation? Now I'm doubled over laughing. Test. The person themselves? Their husband? Could you come to the consultation thread? Everyone's waiting. My apologies. I was conducting a trick test. I could have used the test thread, but I thought it might not change depending on the board. I am not the person involved. My apologies. Husband? Yes. I'm terribly sorry about my wife's outrageous post yesterday. It's utterly embarrassing. I intended to go to the original thread, but since the conversation seemed to have moved on, I tested here instead. What happened after that? I just want to apologize for causing all this trouble. 92's husband. Serious request, can someone please advise me right away? I'll wait here. I'm the husband from the previous thread number 92. I deeply apologize for the trouble my wife caused yesterday. Sorry for interrupting your discussion. We've been waiting. If possible, please share what happened within the limits of what you can disclose. Everyone on this thread is on your side. Reading the thread confirmed my wife's misunderstanding was real. Since this seems to be a consultation thread, I'll take my leave. If you feel like it, maybe post over here too. My wife cheated on me part 38. Moving to thread 288. My wife cheated on me part 38. Hey, my husband's coming, so behave yourselves. 92 waiting for husband Sage. Is this okay here? The husband is here. You lot, sit properly. Just tell us what you can, even if it's just what you need to get off your chest. Talk at your own pace. I'll just use the trip code saved in my browser. I read the entire previous thread. I wasn't entirely convinced by the exchange between my wife and that man. But the fact she was consulting here means she was serious, huh? It's utterly pathetic. Serious, or rather. It felt like a child who grossly underestimated the cost of the institution of marriage and the antisocial act of adultery. Seems she was considering divorce with the petty rationalizations and naive outlook of a middle schooler. Childish. Seeing marriage as an extension of romance. I was naive too. But their lack of knowledge isn't funny anymore. They'd been testing the waters for a while. The night before last was just a setup. I see. So that's why they suddenly had both parents and the agent present? I thought it was suspiciously well organized. So basically, they'd already done some digging, gathered enough evidence, consulted a lawyer, secured an available date, and then showed up to get everyone together. Guess my hunch was right. That's right. You wrote you cried after seeing the email. But the truth is, I didn't cry from shock. Tears came from sheer patheticness. I'd seen it beforehand, so there was no shock. I meant to spring it on you unexpectedly. But I never thought you'd bring it up for discussion here. 92 husband. I know it's tough, but venting as you go can be helpful and might ease your mind a bit. Thank you. But I never imagined I'd be in this position on 2ch. As long as there's a chance my wife might see 2ch. I can't talk about yesterday or what happens next. Please understand. I took the day off today. Of course, I took paid leave in advance. I'm working from home. 92, I'm shocked by the gap between you and your wife. It's weird how cool you seem. You were just rolling around in the palm of her hand, huh? Why did you post this in this thread? When did you find out about the affair? I occasionally checked the kitten thread. It was helpful, but I hesitated to consult there. I moved here because it's not kitten exclusive. I noticed signs of another man before marriage. But I thought she'd clean up her act once we got married. Guess that's the weakness of being in love. I was naive. Lately, her behavior became blatantly strange. So I checked her phone and such. The person who came yesterday was, of course, a lawyer. Based on the exchanges between my wife and the other man, I concluded she must be seriously misinformed about the compensation amount. I had the lawyer draft a detailed explanation and handed it to her. When I gave it to her, she was shocked, thinking she was the one who should be paying compensation. But after seeing this thread, she understood. Honestly, we thought it was a troll at first too. But the other guy had the same twisted mindset as the cheating wife. What's 92's wife doing now? She's not at home? My wife is temporarily at her parents' house. I took her phone, but she might be checking this on her parents' PC. The other guy kept insisting it was consensual. He seemed desperate to make sure it wasn't rape. Thankfully, the other guy's parents are decent people. If I were an outsider, I'd think this was a troll too. It's really pathetic. Consensual perfect mistress for that dirty wife. The lover kept saying it was consensual. He seemed desperate to make sure we understood it wasn't forced. My stomach hurts. The other man kept saying it was consensual. The other man kept saying it was consensual. I wasn't quite sure about the misunderstanding regarding the compensation. I thought there might be something else going on. But seeing this made me certain it was a misunderstanding. When the man said by mutual consent, it didn't mean forced. But rather because our feelings were mutual. That guy is awesome. So, translating it into human language, we love each other. There's no obstacle to two people who love each other being together. Alimony? What's that? We love each other, so we shouldn't have to pay it. Is that it? 92. What was marriage even to him? I truly sympathize with your situation. Not just financially, but socially too, just make sure to fit him neatly into the mold. I know everything about the man too. I'll make him pay. They were going out together on their days off. If the husband was just working all the time and neglecting his wife, I'd get it. But I wonder why? Maybe they weren't having sex? Wives like this actually have a perfectly normal married life. They're just missing a few screws in the head. Mainly, the part responsible for ethics has a faulty connection. How about the nighttime stuff? We had it normally, but I don't know if she was satisfied. The reason my wife cheated was because she liked the other guy. It seems like I'm no longer even in her thoughts. Did your wife actually say she was sorry? First off, I want to say it's good you got to break up with a wife like that. Just a simple question, but what did you like about the wife in post 92 that made you marry her? This is hard to explain, but she was cute. I wanted to protect her. Like a little devil, I guess. The kind who runs away when you chase her. She ended up running away, though. My wife still hasn't given me a proper apology. All she cares about is the compensation money. It's different from how I thought she was, and it shook me up. It felt like she was apologizing just for the money. Money, money, money over an apology. Has she been living her whole life being fawned over by everyone? Does she have no sense that no matter how much is demanded of her, she has to live with that burden? That she caused her husband that much suffering, and that it's the natural price to pay? To be with her lover? Maybe she's apologizing just to try and lower the compensation amount. Might be better to set the claim amount high. Changed my trip code. I'm really pathetic. I'm an idiot. Honestly, I want to die. It's not your fault, so don't worry about it. I read the entire previous thread. You don't seem to have the slightest bit of remorse. Since this is an anonymous board, I guess this is your true feelings. There are also discrepancies with last night's testimony. So I'll have to look into it again. Has there been no apology from the wife? Better to make an example of the other man first. Show the husband's genuine anger. Not just demand compensation, but go to his company and get him socially destroyed. There are various ways to impose sanctions. We haven't presented any conditions to them yet. We'll wait to see how they respond. Don't let them run too long, it's better to strike decisively at the right moment. If you let them run too long, they'll likely come up with some weird tricks. We're not letting them run. They seem confused too. So I want to hear their side again once things settle down. I have more than enough conclusive evidence. They can't get away. They can get away. Even if they run away like it's a nighttime escape. They can't rely on their parents, so they won't have a guarantor and won't be able to live in a decent place. They can't change their family register to avoid being found out. So finding a new job will be tough too. Unless they have some serious backing. If they run away, they won't be able to live a decent life. When I said you can't run away, I meant you can't wriggle out of it. That was unclear, wasn't it? Anyway, I've only just started moving. First, I'll prioritize divorcing my wife. She seems willing to agree to the divorce, but money issues will likely cause a fight. Go with that plan. Once you divorce your wife, destroy the other man. Even if your sobered-up wife gets clingy and annoying, you can just call the cops and have her removed. What kind of decisive evidence? If it's not too much trouble, at least give us an outline. The evidence is the infidelity itself. It happened at home. I showed it to her yesterday. There's more. I can't write about it now. My wife called me a coward, didn't she? It certainly is cowardly. Sorry, but could you tell me your wife's highest level of education? She's so dumb it's hard to believe. Well, I had various things hidden and set up at home. So you might think it's cowardly. My wife's highest level of education is high school. I went to vocational school. She's just too dumb, isn't she? Seriously, falling for a woman like that. Is the husband an idiot, or is love just blind? Marriage is really something you just can't figure out. Wasn't the wife apologizing? She was apologizing. But honestly, she seemed more hostile. Even though she understood logically. It was more like, why compensation? With so many people gathered, it was chaotic. It wasn't a state where a proper discussion was possible. So we'll talk again another day. Once you've got the evidence, the other man can't escape. His life is over, right? You should demand a huge amount at first. Like a whopping 10 to 25 million yen or so? The guy comes during the day too. I've confirmed it. Writing this here puts me at a disadvantage, I know. I'm careful with personal info. As for the amount demanded, I'll ask for something close to what everyone suggested. I don't mind if he rejects it. I'll just fight at the next stage. I don't care either way. That jerk must be shaking in his boots right now. I can practically see it. You've been lurking on the Kidden thread and consulting lawyers. So you know the difference between a settlement where you can demand unlimited compensation and a lawsuit that leaves lifelong scars on the other party, right? Just demand whatever you want. When it comes time to actually pay, have the wife's parents or the other man's parents act as guarantors. Or just get a notarized document made. It depends on how they play it. Either way, they're going to see hell. I secretly hope my wife and that guy see this too. I've already told my parents. I'm going to disappear soon. I didn't come here for advice. But thank you for listening. This is 92 who came for advice the day before yesterday. My husband was investigating. He was deceived. He's quite serious. He told me to explain everything again tomorrow. But I don't know how much he already knows. Should I tell him everything? Is installing a microphone in the house a crime? People who deceive others have no right to claim they were deceived themselves. Just pay the compensation quietly. I'll pay the compensation. But is it okay to do things like wiretapping? That's what I'm wondering. The lawyer didn't say anything about it. Where are you now? I'm at my parents' house. My mom went out, so I'm posting. My phone was taken. I'm sorry. I was the one who deceived you first. But is eavesdropping okay? My husband just prepared thoroughly and exercised his legitimate rights. Saying I was deceived is utterly ridiculous. And what's the point of bugging her now? Where in the house do you plan to put it? I was being bugged. Seems a detective was involved. I think we're getting divorced. So you're saying bugging the house is fine? Your husband suspected you were bringing men into the house, so he planted a bug. And now he has a recording of you moaning away. And you want to say, bugging me like that is so cowardly. I know I'm at fault, but isn't bugging her a bit much? She could sue him. I'll apologize for deceiving him, but I'm not convinced. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? Invasion of privacy. You want me to say you mean invasion of privacy? Eavesdropping on someone else's house, NG. Eavesdropping on your own house, okay. Is that so? Eavesdropping is okay then. I was ignorant again. Sorry. It seems a detective was involved. There appear to be photos, but I wasn't allowed to see them. It seems the crying and anger over the emails was just an act. I don't really understand what my husband is thinking. I understand that wiretapping is okay inside one's own home. But it's not okay for the other party, right? Could I be sued? I don't really get what's going on in your head either. Of course, both the mistress and the husband can be sued. That's just how it is. Divorce? Does that mean going all the way to court? Or will it be settled through mediation? If it's mediation, the terms better be pretty favorable to your husband. I don't know about divorce. It depends on the compensation. My dad says if it's too much, it's better to go for mediation. Don't you worry about it going to court instead of ending in mediation? If the divorce terms aren't acceptable, isn't it mediation? I looked it up. Can the other party sue me too? Do my husband and I have to pay compensation to the other party? The other party pays my husband and gets it from me, right? This is getting confusing. I don't know where you got this info, but 92's husband can sue both you and the other person for compensation. Why would you pay the other person? So the other person can't sue me? I only need to pay compensation to my husband, right? You mean the other person could sue me too? For what? I don't quite get it, but the other person is single, right? If they were married, their spouse could demand compensation for emotional distress. But since they're single, they committed adultery with you. So they have no right to demand anything from anyone. If you think you'll get sued over the wiretapping, you're way off base. Seriously, this kid is such an idiot. Other man, because of you, I have to pay money now. You rotten bitch. Other man, I'm demanding you pay my share. That's how it'll go, right? The other guy totally flipped on her. Even though he said they were engaged. He says he's going to sue me. Should I call a lawyer after all? I don't have to pay him, right? He can't sue you, right? What kind of lawsuit would he file? My husband wiretapped me at the mistress's house. And now I'm demanding compensation. I'm suing for damages over the wiretapping. Is that what he'd sue for? But that tape would play as evidence in court, wouldn't it? The other party says they'll sue for deception and eavesdropping. My dad says that's unlikely, but I'm worried. Should I call a lawyer? I don't understand what 92 is saying. What exactly did they deceive you about? What's the big deal about wiretapping? The deceiver claims they were deceived? How stupid can these two idiots be? Seriously. Are they saying something like, I didn't know you'd planted a bug. You tricked me. Since I should get alimony, things will be easier after the divorce. Or something stupid like that? The two things, me mistakenly telling him about the compensation and him bugging me. The lawyer got his contact info. Can I consult with them? Seems like mediation is better for the compensation. I'll follow my dad's lead. Oh, so that's what this is about? Other man, hey. Aren't you supposed to get money from her husband? I heard you could squeeze money out of her husband. That's why I agreed to marry her. I was tricked. What a mistake to tell her that. Just two ignorant people blaming each other. Having a daughter this stupid must be tough on her dad too. I'm just too stupid. I'll talk to my dad and call a lawyer. Will it cost a lot? Will my husband pay? Just how stupid are you, seriously? Of course it's me. 92 still thinks her husband will pay after all this? Is the cost high? Will my husband pay? Give me a break. Household finances are shared. So 92, does that mean the compensation money comes from your husband's earnings too? Right now, you and your husband are enemies. And to your husband's lawyer, you are the enemy. Thinking you can even consult with them is a mistake to begin with. Lawyers only represent one side in a dispute, right? If you want to consult a lawyer, you'll have to hire one yourself. Give me a break. I can't work. Are you maybe trying to use the lawyer your husband hired? It's the lawyer who came with my husband. Was I being stupid again? He told me to contact him if anything comes up. That's not what I meant. That's about the discussion with you. It means we'll discuss things as your husband's lawyer. It doesn't mean we're taking your case. Oh, sorry. I misunderstood again. So the husband's lawyer only sides with the husband, right? I took it too kindly. I should probably find my own lawyer. I should tell the other side I won't be sued, right? Why the hell would your husband's lawyer defend you, the opposing party? Sorry. I'm going offline for a bit. I'll think it over and come back. What the hell are you thinking with that brain of yours? It was consensual, an act of mutual love. That's what the other guy said, but he flipped his stance in a day and became 92's enemy. My wife cheated, part 39. I'm on the serious thread right now. But the residents are laughing their asses off at 92's refreshingly idiotic behavior. 92's husband is so pitiful. How could he have married someone like that? It's my day off, but I can't go out because I'm worried about 92. But seriously, no one's mentioning the husband's arrival. I'm impressed. Now that you mention it. Everyone just wants to enjoy this for as long as possible. Who the hell is that 624 over there? What the hell is that idiot doing posting in our thread? Sorry. To summarize, it's better to tell him everything properly. If the compensation is high, go for mediation. But your husband might not accept it. If that happens, it's judicial divorce, and if that fails, it's litigation divorce, right? He seems able to pay around 4 million yen in compensation. We'll manage it somehow as a family. Also, the other party won't sue us. They'll only pay compensation to my husband. In this case, it means my husband and I pay separately, right? I'll find a lawyer myself. The timing is tricky. Would it be okay to do it during the judicial divorce? It sounds like a joke, but I'm the idiot. Sorry. Why this thread? Don't you like the other guy? Did he dump you? What about your husband? What is this place? Husband? The real one? You just come over here and say that? I don't get it. I came from the URL that was posted. My husband? No, my husband isn't here. The content is the same. Husband? So your husband was also consulting here? Different person. The trip code for part 38 is the same. It's common for the trip code to be the same. The content being written is the same. So he were here. Is he still watching now? Just a coincidence. Actually, this is a thread for guys whose wives cheated on them. 92, the cheating wife, please go back to your nest. Got fooled again. Seriously pisses me off. You're the one who is deceiving people, you piece of trash. Don't play the victim. If my husband is up for it, I'll do it too. Thanks for having me. No, so relax. Is that thread about your husband? No idea. Why do you think it's my husband? There was a reply from 92's husband over there. I don't understand. Did everyone know? If you're watching, come out. Don't hide and try to get evidence. There's no way you can openly get evidence of cheating. What's your problem? You can't even speak properly, so stop acting all high and mighty. You're the one who can't speak properly. Common sense tells you who's in the wrong here. What you're doing is just a tantrum. Get your act together. Answer the phone. Please communicate through your lawyer. Your husband apparently doesn't want to speak with you directly. Sorry. Everyone knew, huh? So what? That your husband was consulting here. Your husband came because you told him about the consultation you had here, right? I saw the URL and went over there. And was so shocked I ended up posting over there. Oh, it's all too late now. Hello? Do you even understand the situation right now? Oh, it's all too late now. You wouldn't say something like that. It's not too late, you've been cornered for ages. Too late after getting scammed out of money. Since when did you become the victim? After deceiving your husband so thoroughly, how dare you say that? I know I'm the one at fault. But I can't accept that he gathered evidence, consulted behind my back on 2channel, and then took my side on Thursday. But it's all my fault, right? You were the one who consulted on 2ch behind my back first. Or rather, you're consulting on 2ch yourself, so what gives you the right to say that? Did your husband come for the first time yesterday? I knew he'd been using 2channel for a long time. How did I find out? The trip code is the same. The camera, maybe. But since it's at home, it's no problem, right? The camera, maybe. You're an idiot. You probably just left the trip as IE cookies anyway, right? There was a camera inside the house. It's painful. Everything was being recorded. It's only a matter of time before videos of you and that guy start circulating. You didn't type in a trip code after the first one, did you? That's the clue. The cause was that the PC hadn't erased what it remembered. I don't know how to do it. Either way, it seems like it's too late for everything. What a bitch. Too late now? It was already way too late yesterday, like 1,000 times over. The moment you didn't sort out your men before marriage, it was too late. And you, who doesn't even understand that, and lacks basic common sense, are slow on the uptake. If there was a camera, would it be made public? It's important evidence, after all. Yeah, worldwide simultaneous release. I used Gico Navi at home. Now I'm using my parents' computer. I don't know how to erase the memory. Will my father see this too? He'll probably see it. My condolences. 92 even if my dad doesn't see it directly. My husband will carefully extract the logs, print them out, and mail them, right? It seems your daughter thinks like this. I think it was hard for my husband. I was selfish. I'm sorry. But I wish you wouldn't release the video. Then settle it out of court. Pay compensation higher than the going rate. So you're accepting the amount your husband asked for, right? I'll work and pay it somehow. That's the best thing to do, right? I don't want to sell the house. Whose house is it? If the house isn't in your name, you can't sell it. The house isn't yours, right? Probably your husband won't agree? I'm selling my parents' house. It's an apartment building. My dad said we have no choice but to do this. If we split it up, maybe we wouldn't have to sell. You work and pay it back yourself. You embarrassed your parents and now you're taking the house too? What a daughter. Don't be a burden to your parents. Not just your legs, but your head is seriously loose too. If my husband refuses to contribute to household expenses, does that mean I have to pay everything myself? Exactly. But your husband probably wants to cut ties quickly too. When that time comes, you'll just have to sell it. The other man might meet the same fate. Poor dad. I didn't take the photos with a camera. I don't want my husband's secret recordings exposed. My dad was crying. You're the one who made him cry. Losing the apartment your parents worked so hard to buy for you, all because of their stupid daughter? When an idiot cheats, it really does destroy the whole family home, huh? So it's manufacturer's liability, huh? Raising kids is tough, isn't it? My wife cheated, part 39. This is awful. I'm truly sorry. I'll call you. Posting here seems very dangerous for both of us. Please, let's both write here. Why are you such an idiot? Asking. Tell us the result of the call too. I judged it too dangerous to continue. He might lose control. I called his parents' house and warned them. This is on the advice of a lawyer. I'm sorry. I'll stop posting here any further. Excuse me. The real truth about your wife is in the serious reply thread. For the record, I haven't engaged in any illegal activities like voyeurism. Even if I had, I wouldn't leak anything. Well, filming inside your own home isn't illegal or anything. It must be tough, but take care of yourself and hang in there. How can I put it? I'm speechless. 92 hang in there, husband. But please take care of yourself. I'm sorry. My husband was watching this thread. It's just as it says over there. There was a call to our house. I was told that if I keep posting on this thread, they'll take action. I was told to apologize to everyone. I'm truly sorry for consulting you all with such selfish content. It's turned into something like trolling. Please forgive me. This will be my last post. Thank you. Suddenly all meek and quiet, huh? She was all fired up saying, if my husband's serious about this, I'll do it too. Ah. Here. Another legend is born.
What do you think? This is the story of a woman who thought she could receive compensation despite having an affair. From the start, people questioned whether it was even real, given how absurd the story was. 2channel is full of such bizarre posts and strange tales from its residents. Next time, I'll tell the story of a man who lost everything in FX, a topic that still regularly pops up in threads. If you are interested, please subscribe and hit the like button.